Hi guys, Joseph the World here, and today we're talking about, yet again, another disgusting nonce. And not just any nonce this time, we are talking about the gentle nonce. And we'll get into why I have labelled him that later on in the video. The disgusting man you see on your screen right now is Neil Pryor, a disgusting paedophile that tried to arrange to meet a 14-year-old boy for intercourse. Luckily, it wasn't a 14-year-old boy, it was a predator hunting group who set up a fake profile with a decoy, and uh, Neil initiated a conversation with the fake 14-year-old boy by the name of Sam, which obviously that isn't the name, that was just a fake schoolboy name, and on 10 separate occasions prior to the actual non-sting, they arranged to try to meet up. But at this point, on the 11th time, they finally did the sting. Yes, you heard that right. In the span of 2 months of grooming, he tried to meet up with the fake 14-year-old boy over 10 times. But each time he would back out or find an excuse. But by the 11th time, he finally grew the confidence, I guess, and finally acted on his disgusting urges. Thank God it wasn't actually a 14-year-old boy. Quickly wanted to point out that a link will be left in the description in case you do want to go check out the full non-sting first or after, your choice. But yeah. They arranged to meet outside a McDonald's during the night, and then they would go do disgusting things. Luckily, he was then confronted by the predator hunting group, where he initially denied the allegation, saying his name wasn't Neil Pryor and that he wasn't here to meet a 14-year-old child named Sam. Obviously, they kind of proved that he is. They said that they have his phone number, which they communicated through, and they phoned him on the spot, and he obviously had the phone on him, and it rang, proving that it was his phone, or his phone number at the very least. And then, if that wasn't enough, if there were some sort of thing going on there, he then goes on to admit that it was him talking to the 14-year-old in such a disgusting manner. They then go on to talk about the conversation in the texts, and Neil keeps on downplaying, saying he wasn't going to go that far. But in one of the text messages, one in particular, it said, and I quote, he told the 14-year-old child he would teach him things he could only dream of. Obviously talking about intercourse. And in the conversation, he kept saying how gentle he would be because the fake 14-year-old said he was nervous about doing this. And I just want to quickly state, in the conversation, he said multiple times that he was underage, but he was fine with it. Disgusting. But he kept emphasising the point that he would be very, very gentle with him, as if that somehow makes it better. And during the non-sting, he keeps saying, "Oh, I would have been gentle anyway." Disgusting. The video, there's obviously far more conversations. They talk about what they could do during their things. And then he proceeds to obviously get arrested. But what actually happened to Neil Pryor? What happened to the gentle nonce? Well, he was obviously taken to court, and since this took place in 2016, and this was during the December time, he was jailed for 12 months or a year, 10 years on a sexual prevention order, and 10 years on the sex offenders register. So basically, he didn't get enough time, in my opinion. And I don't even think I need to give reasons why he should be sentenced for longer. I'm sure you guys can agree with me. A year isn't long enough. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm happy he faced some jail time. Some predators on this channel that we've covered just don't sometimes get sentenced. And a year is probably the shortest sentence I've ever seen, apart from the last nonce who got no jail time. But He got sentenced for 10 years and on the sex alarm prevention order and 10 years on the sex offenders register. But apart from that, he's obviously out by now since this took place in 2016 or late 2016. He'd obviously be out by the beginning or near the end of 2017. So, yeah, he's probably out now and he probably stays off social media. I did try looking to see if he had something, but I couldn't find any information other than that. I found out how long was he sentenced and what he's on, but apart from that, no other information I have left to share with you guys. But if you guys like this content, make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit.